Welcome to a new video. In this video, I am going to explore a mindfulness practice called mindful breathing. What I'm doing here is just focusing on the breath. I'm not trying to manipulate it or change it. I'm just gonna be aware of it. And I'm gonna do that each morning for 5 minutes to kind of start my day. This is inspired by the great Thich Nhat Hanh. Um, I have one of his books here. It's called You Are Here. Thich Nhat Hanh has many great books on mindfulness, and so I was inspired to try out the mindful breathing a bit more seriously. I have been doing mindfulness practices. I have been meditating regularly for a bit now. In my meditations, I'll usually focus on the body. I really enjoy body scans, but I never do them at the start of the day. So I thought it'd be fun to start with some mindful breathing and see how I enjoy it. So I'm not doing this to achieve some kind of huge transformation. Of course, research has shown meditation has a lot of benefits, but I don't like to view it as trying to get something from it. I'll just do it because I enjoy starting the day being mindful of the breath instead of chasing after whatever my brain wants me to chase. So I thought I'd read the start of chapter 1 from You Are Here. The chapter is called Happiness and Peace Are Possible. Every 24-hour day is a tremendous gift to us, so we should all learn to live in a way that makes joy and happiness possible. We can do this. I begin my day by making an offering of incense while following my breath. I think to myself that this day is a day to live fully and to make the vow to live each moment of it in a way that is beautiful, solid, and free. This only takes me 3 or 4 minutes, but it gives me a great deal of pleasure. You can do the same thing when you wake up. Breathe in and tell yourself that a new day has been offered to you and you have to be here to live it. So I thought this was great. Lots of people struggling with mental health will probably start their days by already chasing after whatever the brain throws up. But I thought it'd be great to share this way of approaching a new day. Okay, so I thought I'd show you guys some of what I was up to. All right, that was 5 minutes. So recently, a great friend of mine shared about his meditation, and he talked about it being effortless. And yeah, that really stuck with me. So I tried to kind of bring that quality into the breathing today. We were more talking about kind of an open awareness meditation, so where you don't really focus on one single thing. So you don't really focus on the breath in particular. But the effortless part was great because we can often get frustrated that we're not able to focus on the breath or that we'll get caught up in thought. But if you make it effortless, then you're not forcing it, you're not trying really hard to focus. So that's what I tried to bring into the mindful breathing today. So it was great. I was able to focus on the breath. There was definitely some thinking in between. My brain really wanted to plan what I was going to say right now, of course, but it was great. So we're at day 17. Time to reflect a little. One thing I've changed, but it's just been, I think, like 1 or 2 sessions, is that I'm doing it with eyes open now instead of closed. That was just a fun thing to kind of experiment with for me. But what I've noticed is it's a great way to start the day, but it doesn't just automatically like flow throughout the rest of the day. It wasn't what I was expecting either, but I think it's good to tell you guys as well. So it's a great way to start. But if I then start like rushing through my day after, I'll still be up in my head a lot. So I'm going to try to kind of move slowly throughout the day, today. You have to be purposeful about that. It doesn't like automatically happen. It comes back to the notion that everything we do is our mental health and everything we do affects our mental health, which can sound kind of overwhelming, but it's just very true. We always take our brain with us, so everything we do kind of affects it. It's constantly learning, so we have to be purposeful about what we're doing and how we're doing it. All right, today was the 30th day of the challenge, so it's completed. So it's time to reflect. So, one of the things that occurred to me pretty early on doing this challenge already was the realization of the work on my mental health I've already put in up until this point, because I remember there were times when even just getting out of bed in the morning was a huge struggle. That was really tough for me to even get out of the bed and start with the day. Mornings were usually one of the toughest parts of my day, and they still are, but it's gotten a lot better to a point where I can now do a challenge like this and get out of bed to start doing the breathing exercises. And that's, yeah, because of the work I've put in up until this point. If you want to know more about that, I suggest you watch some of the other videos on the channel. They are more in depth about the skills I've been exploring. So, what I also noticed was that my brain was still really busy. It still almost always is, but definitely in the mornings it is. So, I haven't been able to like fully follow the breath for 5 minutes. I thought that was good to mention too. You don't have to expect to have perfect focus or to build for perfect focus in a short time span. And then what I mentioned earlier, I think also it's very important to recognize that this is a great way to start the day, but it's not gonna magically fix all of your problems. It's not gonna magically keep the brain quiet throughout the day. Mental health really is everything we do. So it really helps to start the day purposeful, to know how you want to start the day instead of just grabbing your phone and just scrolling through social media. That's a very reactive start of the day. So there you're already starting with kind of reacting to stuff. So it is a great way to start the day by being proactive and planning what you want to do first thing in the morning. But then after that, keep that going. So stay purposeful with your days. And then that brings me to, will I continue doing this? I did it for 30 days. That was just a fun challenge for me. And I think so. The most important thing is that we kind of know what we want to do first thing in the morning. So, yeah, being purposeful about that. And whether that's a breathing exercise like this, or maybe going for a walk outside, doing some yoga, doing some moving, I think it's great to be purposeful with starting the day, and I want to keep exploring that. I'll always look at my values and what I want to do that day at the start of the day. So I've been doing that before and I'll keep doing that. And I think I'm definitely not going to be as rigid as I was with the challenge. And I think I might explore doing some little exercises, just some moving at the start of the day. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I think the main takeaway would be that it's great to be purposeful about how you want to spend your time, but that doesn't have to be too rigid. You can start small and start building from there. And what I might hear is that people want to be able to be flexible and not be so rigid that they have everything planned out. I think what's important to realize with that is to kind of look at where the flexible approach got you. I know for me, I never planned stuff out. Maybe if I was going to see friends, things you have to plan with others. But other than that, for a while, I think I didn't even have uh, like a I didn't even have a calendar of some sort. And that flexible approach really did not get me into a place I liked. It led to lots of procrastination, just binging series all day, doing a lot of compulsions all day, being up in my head a lot. For me, the flexible approach didn't really work. that well, because I never felt like doing the stuff that was actually healthy for me and actually good for me. I was never motivated to do that. So yeah, waiting for that motivation or the right feeling just led to a lot of procrastination. So it really helps to plan the stuff I want to do and to learn how to do it with any feeling present. So I'm not going to procrastinate because I'm not feeling like doing it. I'm still going to do it with any feeling present because I want to be able to do the stuff I care about with any feelings. It's a great mental health skill, and planning really helps with practicing that skill. People kind of hold on to that idea of flexibility, but actually, I think what's much more valuable is freedom, and actually being a bit more inflexible and scheduling a bit more stuff gives us much more freedom in life to actually do the stuff we want to do because we start developing that skill to do the stuff we care about with any feeling present. And that helps us consistently do stuff we care about, even when we don't feel like doing it. And that really helps us actually build stuff and create stuff that's meaningful to us. So I think that'll be a great takeaway from the video, even though it's about mindful breathing. The mindful breathing is great to try it out, try out meditation, try it out for longer than 5 minutes as well. Sometimes we think we have to really start small with meditation because we don't have the skills yet. But yeah, you don't have to have super focus to meditate. You don't have to be able to let the brain never wander. My brain still wanders a lot. I still enjoy meditating regularly. And the longer meditations can actually help kind of getting into it more. Sometimes the first 5 minutes the brain is the busiest. It still kind of needs to catch up with the fact that we're not really doing anything. So, yeah, try out longer meditations as well. That's what I really recommend. Be purposeful with your mornings and then extend that throughout the rest of the day with whatever it is you want to be doing, whatever you want to explore. Go and explore uh, and have fun with that. I'll see you guys in the next video.